Bristol Black Carers is looking after not professional people who care for individuals with illness, but for those people in the community, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, mother, father, etc., caring for someone who has an illness. And the role of that person is more than just being that family member. And most people don't realize that caring is an additional role to being a member of a family or a friend. I have been fortunate that I chose 4 families and have enjoyed their feedback on using the music box. And all that I hoped for in them using the music box have been expressed by the families, in that the stress of living with someone with dementia and seeing that you lose that person, whether be being silent or aggressive in some instances, but the individual that they knew is no longer there. They have that moment sharing the music box and making memories from the past come forward and make new memories with it. And it has been a stress relief for those family members and a joyful moment that they look forward to sharing. One of the families was Angela and her niece, which is Mrs. Monica Kelly's daughter and granddaughter, and also Angela brought along one of her carer that she's caring for, who her mother interacts with, and it was lovely seeing them dancing together and sharing the music, and seeing Mrs. Kelly literally have a smile, laughing and singing Nanny Wine.
Nanny wine, 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 nanny wine don't so, nanny wine don't so, nanny wine don't so, nanny wine don't low, nanny wine don't so. Oh gosh, yeah, we done a surprise party for Mum's 70th. For you. When we had a party and we were dancing to that tune, all the grandchildren, and we put that Nanny Calypso one on, and that was it. We probably played it about 7 times for the whole party, over and over. And all the grandchildren were singing with her, Nanny Wine Low, Nanny, yeah. And ever since then, every time she hears that, it's like something triggers a memory. Because did you see where she was singing it? Because she definitely knows.
She knows a little dance movement as well, because she does a little jump.
Did you see the jump when it said a certain time? And that is really,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can tell sometimes with dementia something triggers off in your mind, and that is a definite recognition of that. She recognises that.
Yeah. I think it's music as well. Music.
Oh gosh, she's a music. Yeah.
As soon as you talk about dancing,
that's one thing that will get her.
Yeah. Even my children, they associate her with that song
and
dancing. Yeah, that's just what.
And her child, how old's your youngest? 2.
2.
And she says, "I want to go nanny and dance."
Because
they call her nanny and she'll go nanny and dance.
That's what they associate that song. Yeah.
Go dancey. That's right, Mom.
I don't know. She's doing it better than me. Well, what do you think?
The music helps the family relations because it gives them something positive to look forward to, and sharing that with that person who they know is not there anymore, but there are snippets of time that person comes back and they enjoy that memory.
Well, I've grown up with all these music, you know, and he likes it. Well, when he first came into the home, I was here one Sunday afternoon, and I was just leaving, and Hyacinth came, and he was in his room, and as I got out the door, walking along the corridor, I could hear someone humming, How Great Thou Art. And I stepped back and looked around the door, and Hyacinth was laughing. And I said, "Is that you?" And she said, "No, it was him. He was humming it." Yes. If he didn't sing before, he's singing now. He enjoys the song because, like when you came in first and he was talking, as soon as I put the music on, he stopped talking. He's listening to the music and singing. Yeah. He'll hum this one. He don't know the words. The sound that saved a wretch like me. Was lost, and now I'm found. You know, I just try not to get emotional about it. You know, I just try and help him along, you know, singing the songs and things like that.
Very good.
It relieves the stress of not knowing how to manage and gives the individuals who are part of that family moments to treasure. Because regrets are a thing that most people tend to have when I should have done this or I could have done that. With the memory box, whether or not the relative can do what they expect of them, they share that moment. And because they're sharing that moment, it makes it so much more pleasurable, joyful, and peaceful. People don't access services because they may have been originated in what you call a quote unquote, for want of a better word, a white background. For me, is a service doesn't have a color. So wherever I can find something that can work across the board, I will hold somebody's hand and take them there and bridge that gap. And that is what I believe our organization is here to do in helping our community realize that there's no shame or any fear of saying that I need help and where can I get help from. With dementia, for me, having come out in the community from a nursing background, I have found that the terminology has been used that we are hard to reach. But what people fail to realize is that you need to develop a relationship where people trust you and then they would open up. And if that is not there, you're not going to communicate and they're not going to come forward. But you need to approach people and invite them to participate rather than tell them. And that is the approach that needs to change, because across the board, dementia affects basically all the clients almost the same. But the cultural background of knowing the type of music that stimulate them or the food that would bring memories is where the differences come in. And if we don't appreciate that, then we'll all be putting people into boxes and saying that, hey, we can't reach them, so, they're not coming to us. And there is where things have to change and stop saying we don't know how to reach people. it is a pleasure to think that because of this pilot, I can now go to the Somalian community, to the Chinese women, to the African or other groups and say, this is how you can make it your own. And that is the difference. It's not telling people that this is what I have and this is how we have to use it. We can make it our own. And helping them to do that is what is going to cause a change in how people view dementia and know what they can do about it.
I struggle with accepting my nan how she is because of who she was, but she still is who she is. And because that gives me her, for even if it's a matter of minutes, if you want to just remembrance of who they were just through the music with the box, that alone for me, I would share that, how passionate I feel about just the music and her through the box, and that for me is enough.
Yeah.
Like, it filled my heart for a matter of seconds is enough.
Go to your bed.
Alright,